Right, commission.
Commission, yeah, interesting subject, isn't it? And before we get into that too much, I think it's important we put it out there that people who are selling their homes shouldn't be choosing their agent on who is the cheapest.
Yeah, I mean...
Because normally, before you get too excited, I know you get excited.
You get excited. Exciting subject.
But because the reality of it is they're cheaper for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah. So, away you go.
So, I think you're selling the biggest asset.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure that you're picking the best person for the job. We just heard an example of, you're choosing a lawyer to defend you on something that maybe you didn't do. Okay, as an example. This lawyer costs this much money.
Costs $5,000, that one?
$5,000.
Yep.
Yep. He wins all of his cases.
Yep.
This one costs $1,000.
Yep.
He wins some, he loses some. Which one are you going to choose?
You're going to pay a little bit of money and make sure you win.
Yep. So you're selling $1 million house. Are you going to pick the $1,000 because he sometimes sells them for a good price and sometimes just doesn't sell them?
Yeah.
We're going to pay $5,000 or more and know that you're definitely going to sell for the best price.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
No-brainer.
What people have to get through their mind is that it's not about what it costs you up front.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the net figure.
Yep. So there's a few different ways.
And not every agent, before you're getting excited.
Get excited.
Not every agent is the same.
No.
All right? So you pay for what you get. So when you're sitting down and choosing your agent, look at the big picture.
Yeah.
So you look at what have they achieved? What are they selling? What is their sell rate?
How many have they sold?
How many have they sold in the past 12 months?
What's their average days to sell?
What is it? That's the beauty. How long are they taking to sell things?
Mm-hmm.
Average days to sell. Then from there, start looking at what the costs are. I know that we are not the cheapest. I know that we are not the most expensive.
Mm-hmm. We
are priced fair, but we know, and all the stats will tell you, that we sell more property than anyone else in our region.
Yeah, if you go on Trade Me and click on either, so you scroll down to the end of a listing, and you can click on either myself or you, and you can click for sale, and you can click sold in the last 12 months. We, I'm pretty sure, have the highest number of sales in the Nelson Tasman area.
Yeah.
So that's one tick. We know that our average days to sell are lower than the average days for the region. So I think the region is about 41 days, and we're selling them around 28.
Yeah.
So you know that, and our average sale price is sitting around, I think, high eights, 850, 800, 880, somewhere around there. So then that our average sale price is high as well. So the three key statistics that we can't fudge, they're just there out in the open, that back us up, that show that we do sell houses, we sell them quicker than anyone else, and we sell them for more.
Yeah. So ultimately, if you're selling your home, that's the other three key things you need to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always going to be the cheap guy.
Yep. Right? And it's tempting.
Oh, it's tempting, right? But when you're looking at selling your biggest asset, and we're talking, maximum, we know what other people charge, all right? The maximum is normally between 5,000 and 7,000 difference. Some of the cheaper people, as they perceive themselves with free this and free that, we're actually cheaper than when you actually break it all down.
Mm.
So it's actually interesting when you actually break down the numbers, right?
Yep.
But ultimately, don't just worry about the numbers at the start. Think about who's going to get you the best sale price, less the fees, the net figure. The net figure is what we're after.
So it's a good question to ask any agent that comes in, if you're, say, getting a few in, is, will you negotiate on your fee? If you ask them that.
We get asked that every week.
Yeah. And if that agent's going to drop their pants straight away in that room with you and drop their fee by a couple of grand, if they can't protect their fee, how are they going to protect your price with the buyer? They're going to do exactly the same thing. The buyer's going to go, will they take it 20 grand less? And if they say, well, let's give it a go. Like, what's that? I clearly can't sell, clearly can't negotiate.
Yeah.
So protect your fee. What we say is, look, give us a shot at our standard fee.
Yeah.
Okay. If we get to the end and you're unhappy and we haven't quite achieved where we want to be, then let's have a talk about it then. But don't cut us off at the start. We're worth our fee. How many times has that actually come back to us? Never.
No.
Okay.
People are always happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because ultimately it's the service and it's the result.
The
It's
other
a combination.
The other thing to look at is fee structure, because some do a flat fee.
Yeah.
So there's two things to be careful about that on. Is they'll do a number from this price range to this price range, and a number, so we're talking 15 grand from this to this.
Yeah.
Once it gets to the top of that range, guess what? You're actually better off taking less money for your house than more, because once they go over that 100 grand, so say it's you negotiate from 795 to 805.
Yeah.
Once you go over that, it's actually going to cost you
Another 10 grand,
another 10
7
grand from the agent.
Yeah.
So you're better off them not negotiating.
Yeah. You're better actually
That doesn't make any sense.
because you're working on net figure again, right?
Yep.
So your 795 less your 15
Yep.
is better than your 805 less your 25.
Yeah. So it does make sense. And the other thing is, like, if you're a agent working on a flat fee, where is the motivation to get more money for the vendor?
Well, there is none.
Because I could work really hard on this negotiation and I'm going to get nothing else more out of it.
Yeah.
Whereas we know that if we get them another 10 grand, we're going to get a little bit more in our back pocket. And isn't it a win-win situation?
Yep. Vendor's happy, we're happy.
We've got a
Buyer's
situation at the moment actually where we're probably going to sell a property tomorrow for 100 grand more than what we've got it on the market at.
Yep.
And we know that my motivation to get 100 grand more is huge, because I know I'm going to get considerably more commission.
Yeah. You better pay your mortgage.
With the flat fee,
Yeah.
do they really care?
Nah.
Probably
Well,
not.
they're not going to extract the best price out of someone.
I knew an agent in well, I didn't know them, but I follow one in Australia. And not that we do this here, but in the peak market over there, and he's selling multi-million-dollar properties. He had a set up where he would go, right, I'll charge you 3% on up to your high expectation. And for every dollar after that, so their highest expectation, say 100 grand over what the market value is,
Yep.
every dollar after that will go 50-50. Well, the motivation for him to get
Over there.
over that was huge. So he was making big money, but that's because he was making a big difference to people's lives and what they could move on with. So it's a competitive game. It's a motivational game. You've got to invest in marketing, but also an agent that will protect their fee, will protect your price,
And protect you as well.
Everyone wins.
Yeah. So what we're saying here, people, is ultimately don't select your agent on who's the cheapest. Don't select it on who's the cheapest commission. Don't select it on free marketing. Select it on who has got the results, proven record, and who is going to get you the best net figure, not the upfront charge.
That's it.